And good evening to those of you on Facebook Live as you're coming on into the room. Thank you so very much for coming in and preparing today. A very interesting title, and I'm going to tell you about how this subject came to be on tonight. And also, if you are a parent or have children at Geeter Middle School, I got something I need to share with you that I'm sure that the school itself has not told you, but inside sources at the school has shared some information with me that I think is going to be very important if you have students or family members at Geeter Middle School. And I'm sure that the information has not gone forth as to something that is going on in the school. An investigation that is going on in the school has not been shared with you. But a very interesting subject on tonight. When your family is your worst enemy. That's going to be the subject. And I'm going to tell you how this came into play on tonight. When your family, them that loves you, them that you some kins to, when they become your worst enemy. So we're getting ready to go in about the next 2.5 minutes. Hoping that your day's been a good one. You did all the good things that you want to do. Raymond Lewis, I've lost a lot of weight, man. I've lost about 60 pounds. I'm getting fine, man. I'm going to be able to catch some besides a cold. Yes. Come on. Friday night, we should be back on my main page, but we'll still have it going simultaneously on this page as well. Hey, Tori Bradley, what's up, baby?
Are you hungry for some tasty fresh ones? Then come on over to All Star where there is good food and a customer-friendly atmosphere. We serve them whole, we serve them hot.
Come on. In the room, Aquacia Wilborn, Tara Boone, Michael Farmer, Jay Worth, Liz Wesley, Ryan Phillips, Cornell Elliott, Iris Buckley, Raymond Lewis, Carolyn Marshall, Mario Jones Simmons, Deborah Breedlove Walker, Charlene Hammonds, Rochelle Prompton.
Hi, I'm Debbie McClinton, director. And instead of our children hanging on the streets, we're offering them a safe, fun-learning camp experience.
Letitia, I guess it's Letitia Jeans, Kiki Dennert, thank you, darling. Ryan Phillips. No, if I blocked you, Ryan Phillips, it went by mistakes on my main page. You had to say something that you didn't need to say. Brenda Queen B. Claiborne. Cheryl Latrice. What's all them hearts for, girl? Bernella Walter. What's up, baby? Is that the cue? Oh, Derek Walker. It's showtime. Kelvin Ferguson, Maria Truesdale.
Viewer discretion advised.
Sheba, Joyce Rudley, Shirley Young.
30 seconds.
C-Trail. Let me hear it. They don't get it right.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not. And good Tuesday evening to you. I am the one and only, I'm Thaddeus Matthews, and welcome again to Still, the most controversial, the most informative, the most provocative, the rawest, non-filter having television talk show anywhere on the planet. And I be the host. I'm Thaddeus Matthews, hoping that your day today has been simply marvelous, no matter what it is that you've been doing. Whether you're one of the fortunate ones who can just sit back and take your leisure like you're retired or something, or you're one of the ones who've had a job and you've been out working all day. It's a great day to be alive. In fact, any day that you're able rather to walk on top of the ground and you do not find yourself resting in it, then you know that you have the opportunity to take every negative in your life and turn those negatives into positives. And good evening also to those of you who are coming in by way of Facebook Live. And we should be back up on the main Thaddeus Matthews page on Friday. Let's see how long I can stay up on that page on this side. Claudia Rosetta Butler, one of my members, good evening to you also on the program. Got a subject that I want to talk about tonight, and I'm going to tell you what brought me into the subject in just a few minutes. The subject tonight is when your family is your worst enemy. That's the subject tonight. When your family members are your worst enemies, when your family treats you worse than the folk in the street, when your family is jealous of you. So that's going to be the subject matter on tonight. Let me also do this. If you are a parent of a student at Geeter Middle School, or you know someone who has a child at Geeter Middle School, I got some information I need to pass on to you, and I'm sure that, what's the principal's name? Pamela Yancey Taylor and the school officials over there, the administrative staff over there, have not given you. Okay? I got some information I want to share with you that I'm sure I'm going to give you a few minutes to get call your kin peoples that's got some children, or some of your friends who have some children that are students, especially young ladies that's on the basketball team at Geeter Middle School. I want to share some information with you. I'm going to share it with you before the 7:30 mark. So I want you to call all the people that you know. Because I am almost absolutely positive that the principal has not sent you notification, and you haven't heard this on the news yet. But I got something that needs to be shared with you. It's getting cold outside, real cold. That temperature drop. I had to put some on this pretty head of mine, because it ain't like it used to. Don't hold. I ain't the hot head I used to be. My head now, when it gets too cold, my head hurts. So I left without my cap that I wanted to wear this morning. Because I have to wear caps that match what I wear. That's just great. I just have to match. I mean, even the shoes I got on match my outfit. But I had to go. Luckily, I had a brown cap in the truck, and I put my brown cap on, and it worked. It's getting cold. So you know that the people that are sleeping outside are getting cold, are going to be cold. Hell, it's going to be cold if you got to sleep outdoors tonight. I'm hearing that the temperature is going to be dropping on tonight, and it's going to be cold. And there are people in the city of Memphis that sleep in the parks, sleep in the alleys, sleep under the bridges. And as a part of the outreach of the Naked Truth, Liberation, and Empowerment Ministries, I'm collecting blankets, okay? I'm collecting blankets to be able to go to these areas in the city and give individuals some cover, okay? We have no program where we can take all these people in this city. So at least let's give them something to keep some of the elements off of them. I need your support. I need you to bring blankets into the individual that came by the church that did not want to be named. In fact, I didn't get a chance to see you. Dale made sure at the door this afternoon. Thank you. How many blankets was that, Dale?
4.
4 blankets? Thank you for bringing the 4 blankets by on this afternoon. Tiptoe, thank you for the blankets that you brought on Saturday to the church. Lavelle McCray out of Oakland, California. Thank you for the 2 that he sent all the way from California. I need your help. I need you to help me. This is what ministry is all about. This is what outreach is all about. Being able to help somebody that really needs our help. Get your blankets, bring them by the church. Okay, bring them by the church. If no one's there, come to the front door. Unless you come around to the back, you won't see my vehicle. No, but you can come to the front door, ring the doorbell, because we keep the doors locked now. They're killing at the church. But I let the crazies know we are armed with more than one, and we are extremely dangerous. If you come in there with the wrong idea, this ain't you're going to think it's Texas. We're going to be real cowboys. Yeah, we're going to bust a cap in that ass. There ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about that. But the doors are locked during the day. You just can't walk up in there. We're watching you. There are cameras all the way around the building. But just come and ring the doorbell, and Dale or myself will meet you at the door. Most likely it'll be Dale. Bring the blankets, okay? We want to help all of these young people. Shanice, good to hear from you this evening as well. We want to help people, okay? We want to help these people. When I get 100, I ain't gonna do it till I get 100. When we get 100 blankets, I'm gonna hit the streets, the alleys, the byways. I'm going downtown under the bridges, and we're going to make sure that those individuals that are sleeping in the elements, they have some covers. I ain't sending nobody to the streets. I'm going in the streets, I'm going in the trenches, I'm going in the alleys myself, and make sure that those individuals have blankets. If you don't have a brand new blanket that you can make, maybe you get an old blanket around the house that's still in good condition. Please, pretty please, with sugar and cream, and I don't know what you want to put on top, but bring us some blankets. For those of you that may not have time to go shopping, put the PayPal up if you don't mind. you can send a contribution to the Naked Truth Ministries. There it is, paypal.me/Naked Truth Ministries. paypal.me/Naked Truth Ministries. Send $20, okay? $25, whatever it is that you want to send to the ministry so that we can do this. Please do that. And while we got the PayPal up, I'm also, as a part of outreach of the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, I want to make sure that at least 50 children have a very Merry Christmas. It ain't about no damn Santa Claus. It's about making sure that children have a reason to smile on Christmas morning. Since y'all made it about gifts, then help me, please help me with our young people. I've told you that all you've got to do, if you are a mother, grandmother, or you know some child that really needs help, that all you got to do is send an email to nakedtruthministries@gmail.com. nakedtruthministries@gmail.com. Leave your contact information. I haven't got the numbers that I thought that I would get, but I'm going to be seeking, especially when January 1 comes in. If you want to adopt a child, then we're going to do it. What you said, Dale? What did I say? January 1? Okay. December 1. We're going to do like we did last year. And because of many of you who brought toys, who brought bicycles, and I'm going to do a night where I'm just going to be soliciting you to bring gifts. We're going to give these gifts on Christmas Eve, which is a Sunday, and that's going to be our Sunday morning service. We're going to be giving these gifts away. And my message for that Sunday is going to be the same one I preached last Christmas. What if Mary would have had an abortion? That's going to be the Christmas sermon. What if Mary would have had an abortion? That's going to be that message for that particular Christmas Eve day. But I'm going to need some bicycles, some basketballs, some dolls, and things of that nature. And really what I'm seeking is that when we're trying to help your child, put on your email what it is that your child would want. We ain't buying no cell phones and none of that stuff. Just something to make them happy. I think we gave away about 12, 13 bicycles, brand new bicycles on yesterday. I had one of my members who works for an agency here today call me this evening and said, Pastor, I work at this place and they ain't brand new, but we got some bicycles. So what we may do is take some of those bicycles, paint them, refurbish them, whatever, clean them up, and use them as well, about 10 or 12 of those. Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries is about giving. It's about empowering you and liberating you. So please make a donation. Will you make a donation right now? Somebody wants to make a $100 donation right now. I can just feel it. You want to make a $100 donation, and y'all have been real liberal with Naked Truth. And I have to say that I appreciate it. Ain't gonna call your name. Some of y'all don't want nobody to know that you gave the Naked Truth. It's all right, baby. I ain't gonna call your name. If you put on the little memo when you go to the paper, don't call my name. I ain't gonna call your name, baby. Okay? But if you got $100, you got $50, you got $20, if you ain't got but $10, give to Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. I think the proof is in the pudding as to what we're trying to do. One of the other things that we're also trying to do is put fathers in a position that they spend some time with their children. What I'm going to do, we're getting ready to have another wrestling match on the 17th. Did not get the commercial into the system because there were some other things going on in the system today. But the commercial will run starting tomorrow night. We are telling fathers, look, take a little time on a Friday night before you hit the club to come to the wrestling match. We're going to have another wrestling match in the gymnasium of the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries on the 17th. I have even went, because I'm looking at it and I look at it from a business aspect. I've been working with someone, but I'm going to create Naked Truth Wrestling. Because I get the wrestlers who know me and people who are closely connected call me. So I'm about, under our community development 501c3, I'm about to organize, and that big match is going to be taking place January, what did I say, 12th. It's a Friday night. NTW Wrestling, Naked Truth Wrestling. Again, I've got some guys. Coco Ware's going to be there. I got to call Bill Dundee, but we were already putting a card together for that particular night. There's going to be some of the old legends that are going to be there that I've been in contact with. So, you know, I like putting my own thing together. So I'm putting NTW Wrestling together, which will come under the umbrella of Naked Truth Community Development Corporation. That's our community development. And we're using that as a form of bringing fathers out with their children. This is what it is all about. That's what ministry is all about. And hey, we're doing the work. I sat at my desk and don't nobody want my seat behind my desk because my desk comes with headaches. I've even given Dale a new job, a new position that I'm going to announce on Sunday. What did I call your committee? Oh, Dale is now the chairperson of the Sad Story Committee. Let's give Dale a great big hand for taking on another task. Dale is going to now become the chairman of the Sad Story Committee. Because if anybody can handle the Sad Story Committee, Dale can. Because see, some of y'all catch me on Sunday after I get to preaching, I'm in my feel-good moment, and y'all bring me your sob stories. Dale don't care about sob stories. Dale, can I tell what happened to me Sunday?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
You think the girl coming back to church, though? You doubt it?
Yeah.
Huh? You think it was just a sad story? Young lady came to church Sunday. And see, it's that season. Okay. Young lady came to church. She came with one of my good members. And, she cried and she testified, full of the Spirit. She was telling me about how she wanted God to change her life. And I told her God is a life changer. She joined the church. She told me, she gave her her testimony, how she used to prey on men and take their money, and how she was buying weed. So the church service is over. See, I done preached. Ooh, that thing's still on me. That's the reason I made Dale the chairperson of the what? The Sad Story committed. So I'm back in my office. Oh, I'm just still got that thing on me. Woo! That spirit still on me. So the first time I met the girl, she joined the church. And we had a little meeting for our volunteers. We've got a promotion that we've been blessed to have a contract with the company that provides the concessions for the Felix Forum. And we have volunteers. Pastors don't get a thing out of it. We get a percentage of whatever we work, whatever stand that we're working, and it makes money. We get a certain percentage of whatever that particular concession brings in, and it goes directly to the ministry, it goes to the church. Okay, she gonna volunteer. Oh, praise the Lord. So after church, my new member, who been buying weed and using men for their money, tells me, I'm back in my office. And she comes in and tells Dale she needs to see the pastor. And a lot of times, I'm tired. I don't see folk because I spent some time at the fellowship and shaking hand, hugging, and kissing. I did that with my members. She comes back and tells me she's hungry. I said, okay. I said, Dale, go down to the kitchen area and give her a bag of chicken. That's some frozen chicken wings that we use for the concessions and things like that. Got a lot of that. Gave her some smoked sausage, them circle beef smoked sausage, them thick ones. Gave her some bread. And I'm feeling good. Oh, I wish I had some more to give her right then. You just said in my volunteer meeting, you want to volunteer to work at the FedEx Forum. And then, you don't even tell me yourself. You send a message by somebody else that I don't work for free. I got to get paid. I said, okay. You don't work for free. And then I had to understand that when she stated she was hungry, she thought I was going to give her some cash money. But when you're hungry, I give you some food. Okay? I gave her some food. Because, see, my premise was, if you buying weed, you can buy food. Now, that's just my premise. But I understand. See, I fall for them sob stories on a Sunday. But now, Dale is in charge. What's the name of the committee again? I forgot the name of it. What's it? The Sad Story Committee. Dale is now the chairperson of the Sad Story Committee. If you come to Naked Truth and you got a sad story, I'm going to turn you over to Dale. Because, see, the spirit ain't going to be on her. See, she have a whole lot of spirit about church. But, see, she don't have to, when the service is over, she know how to deal with it. So Dale's going to be in charge of that. And when folk come, this time of year they coming now. They come to churches with a sad story. Dale's going to have a sad story application. Am I right, Dale?
Correct.
Okay. Dale's going to have the sad story application. you're going to have to fill out the sad story application, and then they're going to hear your sad story. I ain't going to hear the sad story. And if Dale said there's some credibility to the sad story, then, because the final decision is always mine, I'll say, if Dale recommends that this is a legit sad story application, okay, Pastor, this is a legit sad story. We done checked out all the sad details of the sad story, and we find that this person with this sad story needs some of our help. Then that's what we gonna do. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. Because see, folks come to church, you don't even believe in God. I saw on the Facebook the other day a girl that used to come to our church, and it was on her Facebook page, that she didn't believe in God. I said, oh, my God. She don't believe in God, but she was coming over, and she said she was coming to support me. Okay, fine. But you don't believe in God. I guess that's when she was giving them $7 every 2 weeks, and she had a good job. But she didn't believe in God. But Saturday, on her timeline, she was at the dwelling place because they was giving out free food. Now, I said, wait a minute. You don't believe in God, but you go to God's house to get some free food. Hello, up in this house, somebody ought to be saying amen somewhere. No, y'all can't do that. Y'all, that ain't right, that ain't fair, and y'all think that the church is just a place that's supposed to give to you without checking out your sad story. Well, definite poke is over the sad story committee. So I don't want to hear the sad stories. Like I said, ooh, yeah, if y'all can get Dale to go along with a sad story, whew, she rough. She managed, that's her job. She's the church administrator. She's my, She's my executive assistant. You better not call her no damn secretary. And I'm her boss and I pay her well. If I call her my secretary, she'd be ready to, well, I ain't gonna be ready. She cussed me.
Don't tell people that.
But she been around me long enough. She picked up some new cuss words. But definitely, and again, give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, all around the world, for Miss Stephanie Pope, the new chairperson of the Sad Story Committee. And if y'all can get past her, we will take care. But we have a limit, okay? We have a limit. And you have to do this with church, because folk play with you in church. And it's sad. Folk would join church just to think that they're going to get something out the church. And as Bill Atkins says on his commercial, I like that, Bill. I sure wish I could steal it. I wish I had thought of it first. This ain't your grandmama's church. This ain't the traditional church. We handle business in a business way. We come to praise, magnify God, liberate you, and empower you. But don't think we no damn fools now. Somebody needs to say amen to the pastor this evening. Okay. Dale, I'm proud of you. I know ain't no more pay in your new position, but I know that you will take care of the sad stories. I almost need to make her all the sad stories I hear. Damn. If y'all knew some of the stories I hear every day I get a sad story. And it's that time of year. But if you don't believe in God, sweethearts, don't go to the church looking for no help. And you should not have sold your food stamps at the first of the month. So you don't sold your food stamps, now you want the church to give you some Thanksgiving turkey. Hell no. Better eat that chicken you've been eating in the room of noodles that come in the turkey flavor. All right, let the church say amen, amen, and amen. See, they're giving you congratulations on the Facebook page for your new position. Sad story committed. All right. Now, I'm going to deal with this subject tonight. When your family is your worst enemy. And I'm going to expose a family member. See, let me share something with you. I've been doing what I do over 30 years, and I'm the best. And damn sure ain't nobody in Memphis that even come close on TV to being me and doing this. But you can't bring me one side of a story. But I'm going to share with you about a family member that was willing to pay me to be on TV to talk about their own kinfolk. Okay, I'm going to call your name, baby. I know you're watching me tonight. Janice Lyles, I know you watching me tonight. Over there off of Dorian Street in North Memphis. Grew up in the old Purdy Gates Baptist Church. Ready for me, she's ready to sell out her cousin. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Ready to sell out her cousin. Called me. I don't know the lady at all. The lady called me wanting to talk about her cousin. Want to tell me that her cousin done did away with some money. So that's the reason. I'm going to give y'all the whole story. I'm going to give y'all the whole story on old Janice Lyles. She ought to be ashamed of herself. For to disgrace your family. But the subject tonight is when your family is your worst enemy. But before I go to commercial break, let me share this with you. Those of you who have children at Geeter Middle School, let me share something with you that I'm sure that you probably have not gotten any information from the administration. And I got this from an inside source in the administration at Geeter Middle School. And it's been going around with some of the students on Facebook. There's an investigation going on by the Memphis Police Department concerning two male teachers that's involved or involving themselves, violating school policies or school policies with female 8th grade students and members of the female basketball team. I am told by this inside source that's in the school on a daily basis that 2 female detectives from sex crimes two female officers from sex crimes spent 7 hours at Geeter Middle School on yesterday. And they dealt primarily with a student by the name of Destiny, who states, and the mother confirmed, that one of these teachers, do y'all want to know their name? Do y'all want to know the male teachers' names that I'm told that are involved, allegedly, with the students? Well, the mother of Destiny confirmed in a meeting at the school yesterday that one of the coaches was texting and calling the student. And in violation of Shelby County School policy, was dropping the student off at the house after basketball games and after practice. That's a direct violation of school policies. Teachers cannot have that type of contact with students. That's part of the policy. Not just for Geeter Middle School, but every school in the system. Do y'all want to know their names? Should the pastor give you their names on tonight? Little girls, you worried about the predators on the street, but you better be worried about some of these predators that's working inside these schools. No statement. And I believe the person that called me. And then I was directed to Facebook. Now, I know some of these young girls can get hot between the legs and thighs and they get all out of their place, but it becomes the responsibility of a grown man to say no when these babies come at them. I'm going to get a name. I'm going to give their names right after these commercial messages. Thought I was Steve Wilkos there.
You got it that time. You keep going.
Stone for only $179, or add flower waste for only.
Y'all really want the names.
Contact us today at 901-825-5488.
Lord, they said that the house trending right now.
Jefferson Phillips is the son that former presiding bishop of the Church of God in Christ, J.O. Allison Sr., never wanted you to know anything about. Thus, in 1991, Benjamin wrote his book and
Woo!
the prodigal son. He shared his book with Oprah Winfrey in 1993. And fast forward to 2016, Oprah creates a TV series called
Y'all can wait till after the commercials. Y'all do it when y'all looking at them other people's on the TV. They get you right there, don't they?
You need to get this book and read about one of the biggest and well-kept secrets.
Now, I ain't going to give it to Facebook first. Y'all going to get it at the same time everybody else get it.
JOHallisonministry.com. That's JOHallisonministry.com.
See, that's what they call in the business a cliffhanger. Just keep you hanging on for just a few more minutes.
Obituaries for $159. That's 100 full color obituaries for $159. Contact us today at 901-825-5488. That's 901-825-5488.
Keep furniture going at a business sale. All inventory must go. That's right. Save from 30 to 80% off of everything. It's all must go. Bookstore must be liquidated. Bedroom suite, dining don't miss this one because all inventory must go.
This Medicare stuff is confusing. I never knew turning 65 would be so difficult. And not to mention this big rule book. I don't understand.
This doesn't happen. If you're on Medicare or about to go on Medicare, you need help understanding all of your options that are available to you and your Medicare benefits without high credit sales tax. Call me. I'll put it.
You know, I have been around the veteran business most of my life. And I know that in the time of weakness, what's important to every family is service, professionalism, and cost. And it's all Bernard Funeral Home located at 2764 Lamar. You get all three. Let's just be totally honest. In our community, insurance is an issue. And many times when death occurs, you do not have the finances to take care of the vital arrangements of your family and loved ones. But in R&R, there is a special $18.95 that takes care of the complete funeral package with fine caskets such as this one right here. But even in this low-cost funeral package, your loved one is buried with dignity and with pride. While R&R has the $18.95 special, there's also the fine and always service. And any of
All right. Y'all ready for the names? You think anybody from Geeter School watching me?
Yeah, I'm sure, because they told me to put it back up again after they didn't call and told their cousins to turn it in.
Do what now?
They didn't tell them.
Is this the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. Why y'all keep wondering about how much longer on the commercial? Hell, I gotta make some money. 20 seconds. For rushing my commercials and stuff. Like I ain't got to
10
eat.
seconds.
Y'all ain't none of y'all gonna feed me.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. So glad to have each and every one of you here. I'm going to get into the subject of when your family is, you want the names of the teachers that are being investigated by the Sex Crimes Unit. In fact, from my understanding, Gregory Scott said, you got some oxtails me, boy, don't you? Ooh, I don't eat everybody's cooking that, but I love an oxtail. That this investigation started, and MPD is investigating. Sex Crimes spent 7 hours there yesterday. They took the young lady's, whose first name is Destiny, took her cell phone. They've already found some text messages and some correspondence, and the mother of Destiny has already confirmed that she was aware that the teacher, Coach Aaron Henderson, and a teacher by the name of Robert Hayes are the two teachers that are being investigated. Coach E-R-R-O-N. I guess that's Aaron. Coach Aaron Henderson, and a teacher there by the name of Robert Hayes. And again, they're looking through some of the students, female students' cell phones, and I think they took her cell phone and they found certain things that are in those phones. Now, I'm sure that those of you who have children at Geeter, you needed to know this. Those of you who have students there that are females on the basketball team, your daughter playing basketball, you need to be aware of what's going on. In fact, you need to be calling the school first thing in the morning if you don't go, and find out why you have not been told that the police was there all day yesterday investigating these two teachers. Y'all know, see, I'm the voice of the community. I be it, okay? I ain't scared to tell you what's going on. And I have sources that bring me information so that I can get it. People inside the school got the information to me because they know that the administration, Pamela Yancey Taylor, I believe her name, they're going to try to cover it up. Like I'm told that they covered up when one of those male students last year got one of his fingers cut off the tip because a soccer pole fell on his finger. But that's a whole nother story. Their names again: Aaron, E-R-R-O-N, Henderson, and Robert Hayes. That's the reason you have to tune in to the Thaddeus Matthews show, because I ain't gonna cover it up. I'm gonna tell you just what's going on. Y'all need to find out. You need to talk to your school board representative that represents that particular school. What's going on? You need to be calling the superintendent's office tomorrow. What's going on? We got grade changing going on. Hell, if your dumbass child make less than a 65, that's what he's supposed to get, less than a 65. We're fixing grades, but that's a whole nother show. All right. That's their names. Aaron, E-R-R-O-N, Henderson. He's the coach. And Robert Hayes. If you have children that are students at Geeter Middle School, you need to be looking into this particular matter. Okay? Because it could be your daughter next. Because these old perverts with these young hot girls, and I know some of these girls may throw themselves on them. But it becomes the responsibility of a grown man to say no. Put that child in a child's place. Tell him mama. And you have no business. It is against policy for a teacher to be taking a student home. Now, the school system will try to sweep it under the rug if I hadn't told y'all. Okay, don't you do that no more, Aaron. Robert, you know better, boy. Don't you do that no more. And then they're left to prey on other young girls. Okay. All right, now let me get on into this subject. Janice Lyles from North Memphis. I think Janice went to Manassas. Janice called me. Janice Lyles over on Dorian Street. She's still on Dorian Dale. She still live over, I believe it was 567 Dorian. Right there by CC's. Okay? Old members of the Purdy Gate Missionary Baptist Church. Call me. I don't know her. Gonna bring me $500. Because that's what that's what it takes if you want me to start exposing. But when you come, please understand that I expose from looking at the whole story, not just your side of the story. Because it's your side, their side, and the truth. And I don't cover up for anybody. Oh, she's texted me and said, no, I don't live there anymore. She's called me from 512-9186. She's texting me while we're going, no, you don't live there, but you lied on your cousin because I checked it out. Her cousin's name is Tracy Crawley. And so I called Tracy. And this is over a house. What Janice was telling me about that Tracy had done away with some money. And Janice, you don't know what you're talking about, because Tracy brought me some paperwork and some documentation. See, the house that your grandmama, 97 years old, I think she's the matriarch of the family. What you did not understand is that the house that belonged to Katrina Young, and I knew Katrina, we went to Manassas together. When she died, the money, when she been there about 10, 11 years or something, the house note for the house over in Harbortown was $3,100 a month. And the money just kept on, they allowed, because did nobody want to put the house in their name, that the money just kept eating away. It was put in the hands of a financial advisor that I know well, Lawrence Plummer. So there is no money. The money has been depleted, and now the house is in foreclosure because the money got depleted. Ain't no money to pay the bills. She didn't get the money and spend it on herself. I got the documentations, baby. But here's the sad part about it. The sad part about it is that as a family, cousins, I think, what was it, Dale? Whose mamas, and how they could become, they second cousins, okay? When the cousin died, Katrina Young, she had no will. She had no beneficiary. The father was the next of kin, but the grandmother had raised her. Family members made sure the estate was set for the grandmother through financial advisor Lawrence Plummer. Grandmama has lived off the estate and is still living in the house. The house has gone into foreclosure because there is no more money. But you were willing to expose your family. And I guess you're really exposed now. Because hell, what happened? You didn't get no money? Okay? Your sad, pitiful ass didn't get nothing. So you mad, you were not privy to all of the information and all of the business, Janice Lyles. You weren't privileged to the information, so you didn't have all your facts straight. When you called me, see, you made me interested in it when you said, I ain't coming. You made me interested in see what's really going on. So I called, so I knew, I had already done enough research, darling, when you called me to know what I was doing. Okay? And so happened y'all know Dale, and Dale filled me in on the rest of what I needed to know and where I needed to look, and I looked. But you ought to be shamed. You ought to be shame on yourself. You ought to be, family members. And that's what brought me into this subject on tonight. When your family is your worst enemy. Yes, the lady has a church. Yes, she's got a beauty school. But she got a full-time job at Federal Express. But see, here's what happens with families. Y'all get greedy when folk die. You think that you're supposed to have somebody else's stuff. Damn, if they wanted you to have it, they said, look, on this piece of paper, we said by last will and testament that I want you to have it. But that didn't happen. Katrina was sick. This, your situation, Janice Lyles. Janice Lyles, Janice Lyles, Janice Lyles, Janice Lyles. You ought to be ashamed. You ought to be ashamed. Don't nobody owe your ass nothing, Janice Lyles. What the hell do you think you gonna get out of it? In fact, Tracy said the money, that $500 that you was gonna bring me, you should have took it over to your mama's house or your grandmama's house. They say you don't take care of your grandmama, but that your ass is greedy, that you want something. You always, that's what I'm getting from the family member, that you always want something for nothing, and here you want the dead cousin's house. She been long dead, and y'all didn't take care of your business. Yeah. See, you don't come to me and tell me you want me to expose somebody you for free. No, you don't. But when you come, I'm going to examine the whole story. We're going to go with the whole truth and nothing else but the truth. Because, see, my credibility to what I do is worth more than me. $500. Hell, I got shoes cost that. So my credibility is what I do. You didn't think I was going to investigate? Damn. But you do it to your family member, so your friends around you, ooh, if y'all friends are Janice Lyles, y'all need to watch yourself. Because see, that bitch is scandalous. Oh, yes she is. When you will talk about your own family member, when you're willing to pay to expose your own family on a lie, on documentation that you don't have. That's the reason why I asked you yesterday for some documentation. What kind of documentation? Hell, to back up what the hell you're saying. But when Miss Crowley came to my office today, she had proof to back up what she's saying. See, you'll kill somebody else. See, you'll backstab your own family member. What do you do with somebody else? Janice Lyles? What else would you do? Folk around you, whatever little job you got, they need to watch you. Whatever church you in, they need to watch you. If you got a man, he needs to watch you because you scandalous. If you will do that, Janice Lyles, to your family, what you do to everybody else? You remind me, scripture. Y'all remember Joseph, who had the coats of many colors? Joseph and his brothers. Joseph's brothers turned on him because they were jealous. Joseph faced problems with self-absorption and envy of others. His brother's resentment is extirpated by Jacob's favoritism. Jacob loved Joseph. Joseph was a good kid. His brothers became jealous. He was a dreamer. They thought that their brother was dead. They left him to be dead. But touch your neighbor and say, be careful. I preach that. Be careful who you leave for dead, because the dead will rise on you. Janice Lyles, you ought to be hanging your head in shame right now. But your family, and many of y'all got other family. Y'all got some family that's just like Janice, a low down, dirty backstabber who will sell your own family out. That's what Janice Lyles was prepared to do. Tracy sat in my office with tears flowing down her face, wanting to know what had she done that her cousin would turn on? I said, baby, you ain't had to do nothing. When folk are greedy and they want what other folks get. When they got the evil spirit in them, you ain't got to do nothing to evil folk. Evil always got a plan to do evil to somebody else. Somebody needs to be blocked. Check it there. Who is this y'all said need to be blocked? And we'll look at them. Yeah. Low down ass. That's just dirty. Growing up around the funeral industry. See what R. David Keefe said, if you need to go, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
He gone. When folk die, y'all go crazy. Y'all think y'all deserve the dead folks' stuff. Mama wanted me to have this. You wouldn't take Mama a cold drink of water, but you said Mama wanted you to have this. But family, that can become your worst enemy. Who knows you best? Your family. Who knows what bothers you best? Your family. They know what your weaknesses are. And they know how to take certain things. They have the better weapons to hit you where it hurts than outsiders. Your family. I guess old Janice Lyles thought that she could come and paint a picture about her cousin. And you other family members, y'all ought to be getting her ass right now. I guess you thought you could paint a picture with me and I wasn't going to check it out. That's sad, that's sorry, that's pitiful. Janice Lyles, you all feel bad right now. Then you're going to sit here and text me while I'm on the air. Now I'm getting one of your family members. I guess I'm getting one of your family members that's called me from one of them crazy numbers. Janice didn't want the house or the money that her aunt, the 93-year-old, how would she be able to get any damn money from that? You ought to be ashamed for that country ass suit. Nigga, if you had a suit like this, or bitch, if you had a suit like this, you ought to be glad. How you gonna turn that shit around on her like that? That's why her sons, that's the reason your son kicking daisies in hell. Okay. See, I see y'all. I see. So now I see. See, why don't you call me, brother? See, why don't you call me yourself and say this? Because this is one of them crazy numbers, 731-203-0034. The 93-year-old and Janet's mothers are sisters, and Janet's mother stayed on Dorian and has been dead since 2012. Who in the house in Harbor Town? I wish a bitch would get in Janet's ass. Good day. Thank you for your service. No. Why don't you call me? Call me on the same number that you texted me from. Call that number now. See, don't get mad when it's turned against you. Why she called me? Hell, I didn't know her. I don't know you. Why are you calling me? But the 97-year-old lady, she ain't dead. That ain't what we were told they is it dead?
No, she's not dead.
She ain't dead. But y'all just some low down ass family members. Now you want to talk about my son kicking daisies? Well, okay, ain't nothing I can do about that, brother. So you ain't made me mad. You don't bother me when you said that. You think that statement bothers me? I say I got family members like that. I ain't seen since I buried my mama. I ain't seen none of my family. The only family I got is my children. I got a brother in Memphis. I ain't seen him since I buried my mama. I got aunties, the Ballots. I ain't talked to none of them since I buried my mama. When the incident happened in my job in my yard in January, I ain't heard from no family members. When my son got killed, I ain't heard from none of my family members. I don't give a damn. Ain't nothing that none of them, ain't nothing that the Ballots got, ain't nothing that my brother Terrence Jordan got that I need. If they happy in that condition, then fine. Don't be jealous of me. I work for what I got. I don't owe nobody nothing. I didn't owe my brother nothing. My mama dead. So hell, if I don't ever see none of you no damn more, I don't give a damn. See, my faith is only in one, and that's God. I don't. Negroes that call themselves your family? Come on. Them sometimes are your worst enemies. Your worst enemies. Give a damn. If it ain't my children, I don't care. I hear the lies that my brother go around. I don't care. I got mine. I ain't got to live in my mama's house. I ain't got to do anything. So I understand families not being close. Well, I said, my mama been dead a year and a half now. I ain't talked to nobody in my family other than my children since the day I laid her to rest. I've had several tragedies this year that I hear from family members, and my stuff gets all over the news. So everybody knew that I get a call. I don't care. So I understand how family, I'm fine though. Ain't a damn thing I need from nobody that said they some kin to me, but my children. When they get past Jocelyn, Raymond, and Dominique, that's it. And see, sometimes you got to cut folk in your family loose because see, sometimes the folk that wants to see you fall is the folk that's closest to you. When God is giving you favor and people see you in your family, see you doing all right, they don't want you to do all right because they ain't doing all right. Miserable people who have misery all in their lives, misery loves company. Oh, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You struggling to maintain whatever it is that you got. You got your nice house, you got your nice car, you got your nice job, but you're still struggling to survive, and you got family members that's jealous of what you get. I'm hitting close to somebody tonight. You got family members they upset about what you get. They don't know how hard you're struggling to maintain what you get. Oh, she thinks she's something. He thinks he's something. Mm-hmm. Da 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 da. And they don't know what it takes for you to survive, but they're jealous of you. I remember when my mother died, my aunties, my mama's sisters, had a golf tournament that was supposed to be the same day my mama's funeral. They went to the funeral home. And Ed knew not to say nothing to me about that. Wanted to know why I was having the funeral the same day they was having the golf tournament. You think I gave a damn about the golf tournament? Do you even think I gave a damn if they showed their asses up? I was large and in charge, and I paid for everything. My mama had messed over her insurance. It was my money. They paid for everything. I didn't ask none of them for nothing. So you think that I'm going to accommodate you? Hell no. I did it. When I found out that the insurance, my mama had been borrowing off an insurance policy, I said, maybe you done got me again. But I went in my pocket. I'd already picked up a nice casket and gold casket and all that. I thought the insurance was going to take care of it, because I do be the next of kin. I'm the oldest. See, when niggas got through talking about all they did, you can't do nothing. You couldn't do nothing without me, especially when you ain't got no money. You better hit me up in this house tonight. I took care of all of it. I spent over $10,000 for my mama's family. I put that $2,000 headstone on my mama's grave. I ain't asked a nigga for nothing. Did the nigga volunteer? So do you think I give a damn what any of them niggas say? Kiss my entire ass and call it sweet. But not just my family and not just Miss Crawler's family, but y'all got that same stuff that's going on in your families. Won't give you nothing if you're in a struggle, but they'll talk about you. They be the first one to spread your business all over the streets. All over the world. Child, I've been waiting for it to happen. They waiting for your destruction. Your family waits on your destruction. I remember when she was living in the projects. Now she uppity. No, she just elevated her mindset. Her mindset changed, and when your mindset comes out of a poverty graveyard, you go to a place where you can live. She thinks she's somebody. You are somebody. Don't you never let nobody tell you you ain't somebody because you successful. You don't owe nobody nothing. See, I'm going to be preaching about Sunday. I ain't got the title yet, but I know what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to be talking about sometimes you got to stop doing for other folk and take time for yourself. You don't live your whole life trying to make sure your family members were happy and satisfied. And you done missed out on life yourself. You done missed paying your bills. To pay their utility bills, pay their rent, pay their car. You even kept their car at your house so that the repo man couldn't find it. But as soon as you need $10, and you call a family member, you surely catch me at a bad time. It's always a bad time when you need something. I sure wish I had it. But what you do is you say, look, thank you for taking my call, but it's going to be all right. You got to learn to make yourself content. Quit living your life for everybody else. You waste your whole life, making family members. Sometimes you got to cut your sisters and your brothers loose. Your cousins, your aunties, your uncles, you got to cut them loose. And what I've seen when folk die is, like I said, I've been around the funeral business since I was a teenager. Everybody will show up at the funeral home. Good God Almighty. Everybody will show up at the funeral home. I want that for mama. I want that for mama. We need this. You ain't got nail insurance policy. And what I used to learn at the funeral home when I was selling funerals, every one question I had to ask that stopped all the argument. I knew how to stop an argument from a family when they were trying to decide what they want. One sentence stops the whole argument. Who's going to be responsible for the bill? That's when everybody shut up, but the person that got some money. If you ain't got no money on a funeral, you don't need it. What you going to the funeral home for? Look, when I went to the funeral home, I went by myself because I took my baby brother because he stayed with my mom. See, the complaint came, you ain't there every day. I worked. My brother lived with my mom. Had been living when she wasn't sick, living with my mama. My mama got mad at me. When her house needed to be repaired and some things needed to be done, I ain't gonna give you my money, mama. And you got a grown man living in the house. I ain't fixing up the house and there's a grown man living in the house. And like I said, I hear the things my brother say, and it's fine. But I hope he tells you that when my mama didn't want them other nurses, I paid him from the moment she said that she didn't want the nurses there, they was mistreated. I paid him to come off his job. I paid him every week to stay with his mama. Till the day she died. Could I have been that much? Yeah, probably so. But I was there when it counted. Quit letting family folk make you feel guilty about anything about your success. See, sometimes folk in your family hate you for no reason. They just hate you because God blesses you. And didn't his word say that I will prepare a table for you in the very presence of your enemies? And all times your enemies ain't outside your house. Sometimes the enemies live with you. Y'all got the same blood flowing through your veins. So, Janice Lyles, I hope you and your family get together. But I tell anybody, when you call me, you want to expose somebody, be ready, baby. Because I'm going to look into the whole story. But here come a family member, you going to talk bad about your family. And see, let me tell you something. Quit trying to define your blessings to folk. Quit trying to make folk feel good about your blessing. Quit trying to make folk understand what God has done for you. Because we used to sing that song in the old Ebenezer. It is no secret what God can do. What he's done for others, he'll do who? For you. So that same God that blesses me, that allows me at 60 years old to get up and have a reasonable, I understand it now. I didn't understand it a few years ago, but with that other song was, we'll understand it better what? By and by. I understand now what waking up and having a reasonable portion of health and strength. Not that I deserve it, but that God is just good to me, that he reaches way down and he lifts me up, he picks me up, and most of all, he wakes me up. So I ain't got to explain what God is doing for me. The evidence is seen. Oh yeah, he prepares a table for you in the presence of your enemies. That means that he sets the table out where they can see what he can do and what he is doing for you. Yeah. What he wants your enemies to see that what he's doing for you. The word says that he'll make your enemies, good God, he'll make them your footstool. And I like that. I like that he makes my enemies my footstool, because in my regular state, my regular height, I can only reach to a certain length. But a step stool. Yeah. He'll make your enemies your what? Your footstool? Well, what you do when you got a footstool? Your footstool elevates you. You are able to reach some things that you can't reach at your normal height. You're able to climb up on something that you think is bad, but you're able to step on it and you can reach the top shelf. I can't reach the top shelf at my normal height. But if my enemies keep on doing what they do, they keep stacking. But are you with me? They keep stacking these stepping stones and these footstools on top of each other. And the higher that I climb, the higher that I'm able to reach some other things that God got in store for me. So I've learned to thank God now for my enemies. I thank God, even if my enemies, we came out the same womb. I thank God for you. If we got the same bloodline, I thank God for you, because what God tells me is, don't worry about them. I got you. I got you. You ain't got, because I'm your dad. You didn't know your biological daddy, but I'm your your daddy. And daddy Jesus, I got you. Don't worry. You ain't never been hungry, have you, Thaddeus? No, I ain't never been hungry. You ain't really never been without anything. No, I ain't really. Well then, Daddy Jesus, Big Daddy, Big Daddy. I got you. And just like he got me, he got y'all. So quit worrying about where you are. I just thank God. I just thank God for health and strength. I thank him for a reasonable portion of health and strength. I thank him for still allowing me to be in my right mind. With all the crazy folk that I run into, and sometimes I think that stuff is catching, with all of the crazy folk that I'm around, I just give him some glory tonight that you just keep showing out, Jesus. Go on and keep on. Just keep on showing out. Cause you just keep. I'm in my groove right now, Dale. You know, I've been trying to break this for the last 10 minutes, and go to commercial break. But see, somebody else needed to hear this tonight. That your family is your worst enemy. And let me tell you. Can I tell you something else about your enemy? The enemy comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And your enemy ain't always Satan. Wait a minute. That is what you just said. The enemy, your enemy. That's what Jesus was. It didn't have red writing there. The enemy comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Didn't say Satan was just the enemy alone. You got some enemies that you know. You got some enemies on your job. You got some enemies in your house. Many of you sleeping with the enemy. The enemy comes to steal from you, Thaddeus. He comes to kill your dreams, your desires, your motivation. Kill, steal, and to destroy you. What I do there, Jesus? What I do about? What did I do? He said, Thaddeus, read the sentence again. The enemy comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Thaddeus, is that a period? That no, Jesus. There's a comma right there. Wait a minute, Thaddeus. What does a comma mean? That's something else coming. What else? What else is coming? But I am come. Yeah, don't worry about who comes to steal, kill, and destroy. I am come. That happens. I am. You do know that happens to be one of his names. I am come that you may have life and have it more abundantly. That's the reason I live in his abundance. I live in his prosperity, because he promised that ain't nothing that you as my enemy. I don't care what kin you are to me, whether I just met you last week, whether I'll meet you in the morning. You have no power against me. No enemy has any power against me, because no weapon that is formed against me will be able to prosper, because see, I got on the whole armor. So you shoot your darts all you want. Shoot your darts all you want. Say what you want. Try to stone me, but I got the Superman complex, and your kryptonite can't kill me. Boy, you better stop. You gonna mess around and preach in a minute. Okay. I'm gonna stop. I just got in my zone. You ain't got no power against me. Quit giving your enemies power. No matter who your enemy is, quit giving them authority in your life. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. So if that be true, you better speak life into your own life. While others are speaking death to you, you better speak life into your own life. That's why you don't let everybody pray for me. I don't let everybody lay their hands on me. Ooh, Jesus. Please let me, Lord, let me stop that so I can go into commercials. But this thing that thing that got off on me. Yeah. You see, some of y'all worried tonight about what folks say about you. They're gonna keep on talking about you. You know how you know you're doing all right? You know that you're doing all right when folks talking about you. Huh? Oh yeah. When folk talking bad about you, they got all type of negative things to say about you. You're all right. Because the word says, woe be unto the man that everybody's speaking well of. You ain't successful. You ain't on the right track if folk ain't talking about you. Huh? No. Folk ain't got nothing to say if you just a regular somebody. You don't talk about the garbage man, because he comes to take out the garbage. But when you are able to fill the garbage can, will you tell me to stop? Huh? We see, the garbage man picks up the trash. And you watch the day after Christmas, or the few days after Christmas, when the garbage man comes to collect what the gift was. You done took your gift out of the box. See, too many of y'all got your gift still wrapped up. Yeah, you need to unwrap your present that God has given you. Take your gift out of take it out the box. See, when the trash man comes, I've already taken my gift out the box. And I don't need the wrapping. I don't need the container, because I got the gift. And I'm going to just, all right. Whoo, okay, stop. I'm gonna stop now. And who am I for you to talk about? They talked about Jesus. No, they didn't. Yes, they did. You mean that same Jesus that fed the hungry? Huh? You mean they talked about him? You mean they talked about that Jesus that gave sight to the blind? Yeah, raised the dead man, turned water to wine. They talked about that. Not only did they talk about it, they what else they do? They hung him on the cross. Yeah. And these folk who saw Jesus doing all the good that he was doing, they made him carry his own cross. But I heard somebody, while Jesus was carrying that cross, said, must Jesus bear that cross alone and all the world go free from all the burdens and all the cross? No. I heard somebody else say, there's a cross for everyone, and there's a cross for me. And Barley, I know you're watching, man. They put Jesus on that cross. They nailed his hands and they nailed his feet. But then, man, they made a mistake. They lifted that cross up, and he had already told them that if I be lifted from the earth, I'll draw all men unto me. And then he died, and while he was dying, he put death on hold, because that was somebody they hung between two thieves, probably two deacons, hung between two thieves, and one of the thieves said, if you be, save yourself and then save yourself. Jesus didn't pay him no attention, but the other one said, I've had some issues in my life. I've had some problems in my life, and I'm hanging here because I'm a wretch undone. Lord, when you get to your kingdom, will you please remember me? And then faster than it was and quicker than right now, Jesus put death on the hold and told him that this day you will be with me in paradise. Then he said, it is finished. But somebody thought that he meant he was dead. No, it was finished here. But somebody said that they took him out to a borrowed tomb. Why he had to borrow? Because he didn't need it long. He wasn't going to need it long. He just borrowed it, and they put him in a borrowed tomb. And I don't know whether it was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. That's still up for speculation. But They said that on the third day morning, this man that we call Jesus, who will be your father, who will be your friend, he got up early. I almost did that, didn't I? He got up early in the morning with all power in his hand. He got power over whatever you are going through on this night. We'll be back after these commercial messages. Dale, did I preach your whole sermon?
Yes, you did. A couple of them.
Huh?
A couple of them.
Why didn't you tell me to stop?
I did.
I ain't been here in a minute, so I can say, yeah, you did.
I didn't mean to.
That's all right.
I'll wait for you to take your second text and get your second win.
Huh?
I'll wait for you to get your second
There
text.
was a second one.
There was a second one. So when you come back from break, you're going to do communion next.
Communion is Sunday morning.
I thought you were going to have everything tonight.
It's time for the offering now, ain't it?
You already know.
Have we? I did, Mike. I was about to pull it. I had to catch myself. Woo!
Sleeping Seas, like Michael said, is where you save 50 to 80% off mattresses and furniture 7 days a week. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and won the Commercial Guild's Memphis Most Award for Best Mattress Store in both 2015 and 2016. They offer 90 days same as cash, no credit needed, financing with only $49 down. Sleepy Z's is an authorized server mattress killer and now also a silly mattress killer too. They also carry signature design by Ashley.
I'm waiting on it.
Huh? That's what you were waiting on, wasn't it? Huh?
Yeah,
I almost went there.
I know.
Every day of the week, we always say 50 to 80% off retail, so we don't have to.
One of these news stations, WMC, is carrying an employee at a Memphis Middle School was removed from the school after being accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a student, according to Memphis police.
You would have had to go get it after you put it out there.
Yeah, I almost pulled it up. I said,
They're open Mondays through Saturdays from 10 to 7
Woo.
and Sundays from 12 until 6. Call them at 692-6200.
huh?
You hit everything in them notes. You just got to get report. You hit everything in them notes.
You know what? I can't follow those good. Especially when I get in my zone.
No, because you got it. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
All the way to the power of the tongue. You
I
got
am
it.
the one who maintains the traffic signals on that path. I am the one who moves the heavy equipment needed to get all of these jobs done. I am the one that maintains the 136 city facilities so they remain operational. I put out the fires.
Some people don't even come to church Sunday morning.
Huh?
I said some of these folks need to come to church Sunday morning.
I am the electrician.
Say what?
Some of these folks need to come to church Sunday morning.
Yeah, y'all need to come on if y'all want to hear me. Y'all need to come Sunday morning, Naked Truth.
They want you to sing.
We're having baptism Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. Aja Brown gonna get dipped. They in communion in the big club. I feel good, good, good. I feel good, oh yes, my Lord. There is something about singing for my Jesus just makes me feel good, good. I feel good, good, good. I feel good, oh yes, my Lord. There is something about singing for with Jesus that makes me feel good, good, good. Tracy Crowley, I see you on the page, girl. I feel good, good, good. I feel good, oh yes, my Lord. There is something about singing for my Jesus that makes me feel good. I feel Sunday morning-ish is, huh? I did not mean to go off into that zone. Gary Shaw, you'll be able to watch the message Sunday. I'll be back Sunday morning on my Thaddeus Matthews page. It'll also, will it show here at the same time, Dale? Huh? Will it show on this page as well? Yeah. So it'll be showing on both pages. Woo! I feel good, good, good. I feel good. Oh.
You want to come back after this one?
Yeah, bring me on back.
Okay.
There is something about singing for my Jesus makes me feel good. Andrea Payne, what's going on? Woo! I feel good.
26.
Okay. Put the PayPal up when I come back.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And thank you so very much. I see Channel 5 has picked up the Geeter Middle School situation, but Coach Aaron Henderson and Robert Hayes are the two guys that were investigated at Geeter Middle School. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. I got off of my zone. I did. And I don't apologize for that. It's just what happens. It happens when you're speaking truth to power. The power takes over and the power takes place. And I hope that, I guess it's my message for tonight. Because I guess I flat-foot did preach for a few minutes, for about 15 minutes. It was longer than 15 minutes. What you said?
You preached.
I preached?
Preach.
Okay, for about what, 30 minutes?
Maybe 30. Yeah.
Okay. I'm good for an hour now.
Yeah.
But I think that this word that went forth tonight is something that somebody needed to hear, that somebody in their spirit needed to hear what was being said, that you're going through this same situation, you're going through this same issue with family members. You got to turn it loose. You got to release yourself from anything that is negative in your life. No matter who brings the negative to you, no matter what the relationship, break the relationship. Some people you're going to have to learn to love from a distance. You can't be everything to everybody. Again, I need your help and your support in the various things that we're trying to do at the Naked Truth, Liberation, and Empowerment Ministries. I need your help. We're trying to get 100 blankets to be able to take it out into the streets, to go into the ditches, go into the alleys. There are people in this community that's sleeping outdoors on a nightly basis. I mean, on a nightly basis, they're sleeping outside. It's getting cool. It's cooler now than it was this morning. And there are people tonight that'll be sleeping in the park. They'll be sleeping under the bridges. They'll be sleeping behind buildings and in vacant buildings, trying to keep warm. That's the reason I want to give 100 people in this community blankets that are sleeping on the outside. I need your help. You get blankets, bring it by the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, 3835 Raleigh Militant Road. Or make a contribution right now at paypal.me/Naked Truth Ministries. There it is right there on your screen. It's already there on Facebook. If you got $25, you got $30, you got $50, you got $100, or maybe you don't have a $10, maybe you don't have a $5. And I'm not going to call your name because I know many of you are my closet viewers. You don't want folk to know that you watched the Thaddeus Matthews. That's all right. I understand that. Everybody didn't want folk to know that they hung around Jesus until they got hungry, or they was outdoors, or he needed to bury their dead. I understand that, and I have no issues with that. But I need your help with the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. I'm probably one of the only pastors in this town that does not get paid one thing. But it's all about you. It's all about the ministry. Will you contribute? If you, those of you around the country, like Lavelle McCray, was he on tonight? I don't remember seeing his name. From Oakland, California, that sent 2 blankets. I need your help. Will you go to PayPal right now and make a contribution? Will you go right this moment and make a contribution? I need your help and I need your support. Okay? That's what I need. We're also trying to do what I call Fatty Bear's Kids, to make sure that 50 children have a Merry Christmas. And I urge you, grandmothers and mothers who are in need, because I'm going to check your situation out, who are in need, tell me about why we need to help your child and what your child wants for Christmas. Okay? Send it to nakedtruthministries@gmail.com. nakedtruthministries@gmail.com. Send it to me, and we're going to start. I'm going to take a night coming up real close to the 1st of December where we're just going to be trying to get toys and get your pledges of toys and games and bicycles and things of that nature to help our children in this community, not just in the Raleigh area, but throughout the city of Memphis. That's what ministry is. Naked Truth Ministries is here to do a service in the community. I need your contribution. PayPal.me/Naked Truth Ministries. Will you make a contribution before I go off the air? If you want to make one when I go off the air, somebody says about how much you need for each child. Hell, I don't know. I haven't. What would you say, Dale?
They're asking for different things.
Yeah, they're asking for different things. Those bicycles, I forgot what they were, because we went to Walmart last year and wore them out. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. It's hard for me to say. When I get a list, I'm going to be naming some of the things that we need. If you are in need, now if you got 20 babies, baby, call 19 of the daddies and let me help one. Okay? Let me just have one, and you get the 19 other daddies to help with the other 19. Praise the Lord. Tell me what your child needs so that we can compile a list. We got bicycles, basketball games, a whole bunch of stuff last year. You still have that list at the office from last year? From what we did for Douglas Angel Tree?
Maybe in the file.
Huh?
Maybe in the file.
Okay, it'll be in the file. We're going to do whatever we can. Also, on the 17th, we're going to bring wrestling. I'm going to have wrestling at the church at least once a month. I might even move to twice a month. This is all about men being able to engage with their children. That's what the wrestling is all about. And in January, I'm creating my own wrestling organization under the umbrella of Naked Truth Community Development Corporation, okay? It's going to be the NTW, Naked Truth Wrestling. So we're going to put together, I sit at my desk all day, not only trying to deal with the business of Thaddeus Matthews Media, but also trying to help people in this community. And people like you helped me last year. And we were able to make sure 26 children last year. I just wanted to double up and do 50 on this year. Maybe there are some elderly people that you may want to help. Like we're going to do for Sister Davis over at the Parkway Nursing Home. All right, let me get this other business out of the way. Roxy Nunley with the Lewis Help Today Foundation texted me, let me know that they're going to be giving us some blankets as well. Thank you, Roxy. Whatever your organization is, okay, if you got old blankets, I'm at the church usually by 11 o'clock, right at the latest I'm there. I try to be there at 10, but I be watching Steve Wilkos. I do. And then I get there between 10:30 and 11 o'clock every day. I'm there all day. So come by the church. If you come by the church and nobody's there, there's cameras all around the church. Cameras everywhere. I got about 12, 13 cameras on the building. So just put it on. Ain't nobody gonna steal it. Just put it on the front door or go around to the back. There's a back door where it says pastor and parking and all that stuff. Thank you. My good friend Geeter Miller from NJ Ford and Sons Funeral Home said, call me tomorrow so I can be support for the children. Edgar and I have been friends forever. We've worked together in the funeral industry for many years. Edgar is a friend, and yeah, Edgar, I'll give you a call on tomorrow. Everybody know Edgar Miller. Okay, he done pushed many y'all folk down the aisle and took them to the hole. So yeah, Edgar, I'll get in touch with you. I need your organization. Okay, I'm going to go to the trenches myself. I'm not going to send nobody to take no blankets. I'm going either in the church van or in that truck of mine, and we're going to probably in the truck and deliver blankets. We're going where the poor people are, where the homeless are. That's the mission of the church. Sunday morning is good, and I'm gonna do what I do Sunday morning. We got baptism at 9 o'clock, communion. You know, we drink out the shot glasses. Communion. We don't do them little bit glasses. We do the 4 shot glasses. Then I'm gonna preach Sunday morning. God is blessing Naked Truth, and you know, thousands watch me on Facebook on a Sunday. It's all a part of God. Sometimes I don't understand what is going on, but then again, it ain't up to me to understand. But we're going to be doing what we do. All right, I'm trying to find that other commercial about the 72-hour blessing. Do you put the 72-hour blessing in here? Because I wrote out the 72-hour blessing. But let me tell y'all about the 72. Can I release the 72-hour blessing? Look, you men who suffer from erectile dysfunction, it just ain't working no more. I got something that lasts for 72 hours. It comes in coffee form, and now I got it in 3 flavors of juice. Okay? Strawberry, lemon, and what's that other one?
Strawberry lemon and strawberry lemonade.
And let me tell you what you do. You guys don't get no gravy. You can't make no picture out of it. It's for one glass. Get you a small glass. Put it in there. If your thing really ain't working, put your 2 in there. Well, Steve, it will raise the dead. It's I call it the 72-hour blessing. I release the 72-hour blessing on all you men right now who are hung down. Okay, well, hung down. It won't hang up, but it'll hang down. But look, come and get it. I'm at the church at 11 o'clock. It's $10 a pack. Come and get your 10, 20, no, you got it. I don't sell less than 3. Get you about $30 worth. 40. Look, if you like the coffee, get the coffee. But I got the juice, and the juice works. It'll give you some juice. If your man is hung down, and it won't rise, then baby, I release unto you the 72-hour blessing. It don't mean it stay firm for 72 hours. But every time you get aroused, it'll work. The coffee does exactly the same thing. Whew. All right. How many minutes I got? Do I got more? I gotta go. Pastor Stephen Smith is for the come. Now I done released a 72-hour blessing on you. So what you laughing for, Steve? Steve, it works for 72 hours. And if it ain't been working and it starts working, don't you call that a blessing? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the baddest man on TV. My name is Thaddeus Matthews. We'll do this all over again. Stay tuned for Pastor Stephen Smith coming up next here on the SBB TV network. Until tomorrow, top of the evening to you. What?
Thought you finna pray.
It is a blessing. If it ain't been working and it starts working,
That's a blessing.
that's a blessing. It's another day
Tell your
that
people.
the Lord
Tell your people
has.
bye-bye.
Look, y'all have a good night. See y'all tomorrow.